Hello and happy Valentine's Day. I am live in my car and at the radio room. That's their sign right there. I'm not really sure what they're doing tonight, what they have going on. There's people walking in right now, so there must be something interesting going on this evening. There's a bunch of people walking in, so that's cool. Let's see. I am enjoying my vehicle. I have filled it with gas yesterday and have drinking two 40-ounce, about 1.5 coffees today. And I am still not super awake, but I'm awake, but like I'm not at the same time. There's still an inhibited like kind of feeling and stuff that's reminiscent of like I want to go to sleep. It's not like that all the time. In my trial of the past 3 months of drinking coffee and energy drinks and stimulating and things, drinks, and stuff that keeps you awake. It's been going pretty good, but I definitely have met myself like in all kind of different ways while doing this. So it's not a fix-all. It's definitely, I definitely have a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects all, like, any kind of substance or any kind of medication that I put in my body. But the way coffee is made and built and stuff, and it does help. So that's cool. That is a good thing for me. But yeah, I am enjoying my car. It is super comfortable. With having the movement situation disorder that I have, I've had a couple cars in the last like 15 years that did not feel so good on my body. I was having a lot of I have a little bit of back problems, and they were not did not help that. My back problems are like the seats and stuff in this vehicle feel great. So, I think that is going to help me a lot. And it's so funny. I was thinking a little bit about my movement disorder, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on in the coming weeks in my research and thoughts and stuff. My research work, reading or whatnot. I had, talking a little bit about that kind of stuff with some of the people I know in the community, that have interacted with me over the years, and a couple people know that I have coprolalia. Probably don't know exactly that that's what it is, but they've seen it, or they've seen me have, like, and then there's on the other side of it, which is a different situation and experience. Some people have seen me actually, have tics or like be in a seizure state, shaking really bad and stuff, like, You know, some people have noticed my tics over the years and have talked to me about it. And there's some people who have noticed my coprolalia. And that is a really funny situation because most people don't know what that is. And they're just like, like it really makes it can make you feel uneasy because you see the uneasiness in me. And it's not something that's like really, really obvious, like a seizure. Like, it looks like an absent seizure, but it's like, you know, it can be freaky. You know, and like, you know, most people don't probably really think too deeply about it. They're just like, oh, you know, what was that? That was weird. You know, like when someone experiences deja vu, if you've ever been looking at somebody when they've experienced deja vu, you know, they might get like a kind of a blank stare in their face. It's something that's kind of like that. But at the same time, those kind of events can be kind of funny. So, you know, for other people, like, because they're weird. And socially awkward, like, occurrences. Yeah, that's what it is. Social awkwardness, you know, it can create like that kind of fuzz in the air and stuff. So it is interesting having had those situations with people. And so I had a friend, and I didn't know if he called it right off the top of my head, but he did come back and ask me. He's like, when did you find that out? When I told him, because I told him a couple weeks ago, I was like, I have Tourette's. And he asked me, like last week or something, was like, when did you find that out? And I found that out at the beginning of 2020. I went to the doctor like February 7th. The end of January, I went to the doctor a couple times. And but right then was when I first had the epiphany, and I was like, and then it came back up again and stuff, you know, and that is like the movement disorder itself. Is the basis for, you could say, like, for my seizures and narcolepsy and stuff like that. The thing is I don't have a diagnosis because it's not a problem, because all of it's connected, and it's not like, it's technically not a disorder, it's a proneness. So, ooh, I feel a little nauseous. It's a Jeep, it looked like. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I was like, I still haven't really, that was in passing, got to have like a really, you know, deeper conversation about it with it, but I think they, so I was gifted this afterwards. I was like, it's one of the reasons, like, you know, I think I shared it with him and them and stuff, is because over the years, like, I haven't always, like, wanted to hang out a whole lot, or like, you know, have some drinks and stuff like that, or party or whatever, and that's why. And like, there's some people that, you know, and you, like, when you're partying or when you're having drinks and like hanging out and going out and stuff, you have a lot of deeper conversations with people, and I have not gotten to do that over the years. And then when I've sat down and actually had conversations with these people that I've wanted to have conversations with and stuff, it ends up coming out like really dumb, like, because I can't think. During those moments, it's not where I'm at my best. That happens a lot. So, I have a deep appreciation for my friendships. I have a pretty decent grasp on, you know, my relationships with other people, unfortunately. And I mean, it is fortunate, but at the same time, it can be a little weird. But yeah, I guess it's one of those things. It's like, an adulting move that's like ingrained into me, and some people don't like really take on those type of like social construct actions and stuff like until they get older. Like they don't really start working in the community, their community or whatever. And that's been part of my entire life because I have a difference in the way that I communicate and socialize. So you know, I was taught as a kid, like, you know, how to put things on a schedule and, like, you know, check in on things that matter to you and stuff. And, like, you know, my family owns their own businesses and stuff. So, yeah, having a movement disorder and taking care of it, just like any kind of disability that you have, that's something that you're born with, you know, in the situation like what I'm talking about, is something that you just kind of know, you know, like, I mean, it's part of, not know, but it's part of who you are. And maintained, it's pretty ingrained into you, kind of like part of your personality. But yeah, that has not been fun over the years, not knowing. Like I really just didn't have, you know, it's like when you don't know something, you don't know something. We're gonna leave it at that. There's a lady with a blue mohawk walking into the radio room. That's awesome. Pretty. I noticed my hair is growing super fast earlier. I have brown dye on my hair right now. But I am, yesterday I was thinking a lot about Piedmont and growing up down there. And I say down there because it's south of where I am right now. So the lights keep cutting off and I don't feel like cutting them back on. But it's nice down there. The people are nice down there. And I am glad that I live in the city. It's nice. So, people are friendly towards me here. And, I hope everybody has a good night. Good Saturday night.